Okay, you know how this story starts. In the beginning, there wasn't shit. Literally, nothing but void and darkness. And that's how the darkness liked it. It wasn't until God decreed, turn on the lights, that things got nasty. Started out small. A planet here, a sun there. You know, next thing you know, there were humans and cows and then stuff running all over the place. Needless to say, the darkness was pissed. From then till now, the darkness tore its way through the world, inhabiting one human host after another, each thinking that they were its master. But you can't own the darkness. The darkness owns you. Fast forward to one Jackie Estacado. You know his type. No family, no hope, no future. He ended up about what you'd expect, busting heads for the Franchetti crime family. Life as a whole was pretty dark for Jackie. Then came his 21st birthday, and things got a whole lot darker. And then you might think that inheriting superpowers would be pretty cool for Jackie, you know, being in the business of killing people and all. And if not for the demon living inside of him, you'd be right. See, the darkness didn't just make Jackie stronger, it made him a god. But only when the lights were out. Next thing you know, the mob turns on Jackie, marks him for death, just like that. It was the New York City mob versus Jackie. And the darkness. But as dark as things were for Jackie, there was a light in his life. And her name was Jenny. Now these kids, they went way back. I don't think anybody would disagree that they were meant for each other. If anything, that's the real tragedy in all this. See, the mob was still after Jackie. Now, they thought the quickest way to get him would be to take away, you know, his only reason for living. Killing Jenny was just about the dumbest thing the mob could have done. See, because without her, Jackie not only had nothing left to live for, he had nothing left to lose. As for the darkness, Jackie's kept it locked away for years, you know, but it doesn't matter how hard he tries. No one can hold back the night. If he can't control this thing inside him, pretty soon there won't be anything left. Jackie will be nothing but an empty shell. And that's just how the darkness likes it. Okay, you know how this story starts. In the beginning, there wasn't shit. Literally, nothing but void and darkness. And that's how the darkness liked it. It wasn't until God decreed, turn on the lights, that things got nasty. Started out small. A planet here, a sun there. You know, next thing you know, there were humans and cows and then stuff running all over the place. Needless to say, the darkness was pissed. From then till now, the darkness
be standing around. Protect the darkness! Jackie Estacado. What a pleasant surprise. Have you finally come to your senses? Brotherhood will never stop. The darkness belongs with us. Target practice. Close the gate! Your time is over, Jackie! You must rise again! Your time is over, Jackie! No worries, Jackie. I'll find something for you. Hi, monkey. Think this tank might help? Saucer. Here you are, monkey! Try this!
the matter, Jackie? Don't know where you're going?
Stay away from the light! I'm very not cool!
again!
work! Take him apart, brothers!
This might be a way through that gate, monkey. You must rise again! This might be a way through that gate, monkey.
You think I don't know the darkness is changing you, manipulating everything you do? It's going to control you, just like it always does with the weak ones. Makes you see things, doesn't it?
You can make this hard or easy, pal. Just give me the siphon.
Jackie, you really are delusional, aren't you?
Come on, Jackie, it's this way. Oh my god, this is gonna be so scary. Promise you'll protect me.
Jenny? What is this?
Come on, don't tell me you're still afraid of the dark. Is this fun or what?
What was that?
I just peed my pants. Thanks for protecting me. However, can I thank you?
Jenny?
Comfortable? This ancient relic can hold you for as long as it takes to drain the darkness from you. And then we'll burn what's left of you alive. I tried to help you, but now we do this the hard way. Mr. Peevish, prepare the thorn bed for transport to the mansion.
First time I ever got busted, they stuck me in a place like this. Not the cops. Those bleeding hearts let me off with a warning. But those pricks at the orphanage, different story. They sent me straight to the box. 24 hours, locked away, in the fucking basement. You ain't ever seen darkness that black. Something like that's too much for a kid. Might have even broke me, if it hadn't been for her. About once an hour, Jenny would find a way to sneak down there and whisper through the door, "Don't worry, Jackie, I'm right here." But that was a long time ago. Jenny's not waiting outside the door. And I ain't afraid of the dark. The Brotherhood thinks they can trap me in here. But they have no idea who they're fucking with. I am the fucking dark. And I bring the darkness with...
Edward, what's wrong?
Oh, shit. He cut himself.
No, it's okay. I think he scraped up against the tools. Looks like a frickin' Iron Maiden in there. There you go, big guy. Everything's okay now. You know you ain't supposed to be in there.
Jesus, Jackie. Dr. Vic would have my ass in a sling if he knew you'd gotten in there with all those tools. You could have been hurt.
God damn it! I gotta get out of here. If they take the darkness, I'll lose Jenny.
There is no darkness, Jackie. And Jenny's okay. She's right here. No one's got her.
I've talked with him about it. He thinks he's the head of the Mafia. Last year, he was a spy working for the British Secret Service.
We have to be patient, Jenny. Look, no one wants to see Jackie respond more than I do. Give them
Jenny!
some time to work.
Oh, no. He's not ready to see me again.
Jenny, wait!
Pretty boy. Jenny doesn't want to see you right now. Heard you got a little too touchy-feely last time. Can't say I blame you.
Out of my way.
Try that again, nutbag.
You're gonna regret this. Jenny, I know you can hear me!
I can do this dance all day long.
These fluorescent bulbs are bad lighting for your eyes.
None of this is real, is it?
You know, not all meat tastes like chicken.
Jackie, the man with the plan.
Hello.
Gooseberries don't taste like geese. They taste like berries.
Go away. Don't come back.
Well, some progress is better than no progress. The medicine only makes him lucid in spurts. He's still convinced his delusion. We have to be patient, Jenny. Look, no one wants to see Jackie respond more than I do. Give the medicine
Jenny,
time.
I know you can hear me!
I can do this dance all day long.
Look at this guy. He's staring right at my balls. Fucking guy. I should have went home.
I should have went home.
Hell, Johnny, we gotta fight back. Where can I find the...
I can't see my own eyes. These meds, they say it's for my own good, but everything they say is a lie, Jackie. They're trying to change reality.
Johnny, you okay? What did they do to you?
You made it back then. Where have you been? I know you got out. Don't know why you came back, though. It must have been by mistake.
Are you back for good? Oh, don't get me started on dairy products.
Delusions of grandeur, uncomfortable, not... Hello, Jackie. You should consider going back on your meds. You suffer fewer delusions when you stick to your cycle. And if you do, Dr. Vic says you can start seeing Nurse Jenny again. Would you like that?
I'd like to get Jenny and me out of here.
Keep taking your medicine, Jackie.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Jackie.
You can really only understand comedy if you can quantify the reaction to a joke. Who's on first qualifies for about
Jackie.
12.5. But that's
Better.
Gooseberries don't taste like geese. They
You can't
taste like
stand there.
berries.
That spot is reserved.
Hello, Jackie. You're looking very lucid today.
It's you again.
Dolfo, if anybody here can help me, it's you. I need some kind of weapon, no matter what it is. What?
Yes, yes. I have Panzer divisions, Messerschmitts, battleships.
No, Dolfo, I need something right here, right now. Like a knife or a stick.
We must start the planning at once. Get into the janitor's closet. You will find what you need in there. Advance in pincer formation until you get to Paris. And don't speak to the Bolsheviks! When you are done, I will help you again. For the fatherland! Czechoslovakia as a nation has ceased to exist!
Hey, calm down, or you're going back to your room.
Stalinist.
Adolf, I swear, if you say one more word...
Gesundheit. Good riddance.
Come on.
You don't want to do that, monkey.
What?
Here you go. Come on. We ain't got much time.
Wait a second. Don't I know you?
Now, don't be afraid, Jackie.
I'm not afraid. I'm pissed off.
About fucking time, eh? Close the door. Now, turn around. Hello, monkey! You're in and out, mate. Barely alive, and not quite dead.
What?
Come on, Jackie. We ain't got much time. The darkness can't hear us because it's weak.
Wait, I don't understand.
You're not supposed to. That's how the darkness does it, see? You're dead, but it can't let you go to hell. That asylum was built for you. Make you think you're bonkers. But it's just a filter, isn't it?
Filter? Filter for what?
The asylum is all just make-believe. The darkness made it to keep you from hell. Keep you occupied while it puts your twig and berries back together. Keep you away from Jenny. Here we are.
What? Why?
All I know is it wants to keep you two apart. I think it's afraid.
Tell me how to get to her.
No, I've risked too much, monkey. Said too much already. You see, I can't die in the real world, but in the asylum, the darkness can kill me. Ground red, game over. No coming back for me.
I need to get to her.
There's no time, monkey. You can't let them take the darkness. If you lose the darkness, you lose Jenny. Now, see that? The way home, Dorothy. Go on then. Close your eyes and open my noodle again. Let's go for a spin.
The pain must be unbearable, Jackie. If you had only accepted my offer, all of the suffering could have been avoided.
I'm so thirsty for it. I need it.
In good time, Mr. Peters. Patience.
Help me! They're taking it. Hurry!
Hang on, it won't be more than a tick.
Where is Brother Victor?
He's down in the basement finishing off that pathetic host.
Right, guess we're headed for the basement then.
Hurry! I can feel the darkness leaving my body.
On it.
Carefully and I'll begin. Go away. It's not the pain that hurts. Is someone there?
I cannot wait to taste the darkness. Brother Victor promised that all shall drink from the siphon. Brother Victor will save us all. Brother Victor will lead us into a new era of darkness. Maybe I misheard.
It's my body you're toying with. Stay away from them lights. Keep as far from them lights as you can. There you are! Why they got you hanging from way up there? Little dramatic, isn't it?
It's almost gone.
Right, hold on, Jackie. Almost there.
I heard something.
You're close. I can feel you.
Keep saying that.
Can't take it anymore. I need to feel it inside me. No! Almost there.
Reclaim me, Jackie! Or Jenny, it burns forever!
Yes, we have the darkness. The siphon's power is now complete.
No. Give it back to me.
Your time with the darkness is over. You had your chance, and like every estacado before you, you failed. Come, Peevish. It's time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Burn him so the darkness cannot return to its host. Make it hurt. Make it last.
It's time for you to burn, host.
Shit! Where are you?
On my way! Just hold on! Excuse me, pardon me, coming through!
Jenny. Gotta get...
Fuck me. You look like a cactus.
Victor has the darkness in the siphon. We have to get it back.
Or we could just go to Vegas and fuck off. We're free, monkey.
No. As long as the darkness is trapped in there, then Jenny's trapped too. I got no choice. I have to get the darkness back.
Well, freedom was fun while it lasted.
Why does this place look familiar? What the hell? This is my father's office. What are these assholes doing in my old house?
Yeah, you're back home, mate. Could use some dusting, don't mind me saying.
This was Pop's old gun. He was a collector.
Yeah, he collected guns and darkness relics. He was a darkness expert, that one was.
Yeah, for all the good it did him.
He was trying to help you, monkey. Hello, pretty boy. Go and play, my pets. Now you will see. Now you will be revealed as the so much power!
Jesus, do you...
He comes! Look out! The carrier is open! The pain feels so good. You smell like this. The carrier is over here! Go and play! Darkness will return! It's my blood! This is going to be fun! Hit me any harder? Just close your eyes, Jackie. He comes! Look out! There's a familiar sight. But wait, something's a bit off.
I feel empty inside. I can feel it fading.
The buck-tooth hobo's still got the darkness trapped inside the siphon. What you got there is darkness powers, all right, but you don't got no darkness inside you to power 'em.
I'm doing this for her, not for you.
The siphon!
For Jenny!
Think back to your high school history class. Wait, did you even go to high school? You know what? Forget it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you about this particular relic, but you gotta promise me something. No matter what I tell you, you can't let this get weird, okay? Okay? Okay, this is the reliquary of the Blessed Blood. It is said to contain a relic of untold worth, an object of unfathomable holiness, a preserved piece of flesh from the Messiah himself. Yes, that's right. We're talking about the foreskin of Jesus Christ. Except, here's the thing. There is someone's foreskin inside this reliquary. It just didn't belong to the holy member. It actually belonged to a guy named Miles from South Hamiltonshire. Don't ask how I know this. I just do. I'm an occultist, all right? Just forget about the foreskin. The foreskin is a distraction. There was nothing important about the foreskin, and we should both just forget it ever happened. Moving on. The container is what's so important here, okay? See, the darkness isn't the only power the Brotherhood wants to harness. They're just as interested in the Angelus. This reliquary was their first attempt to create a vessel that could hold the Angelus. It was a total failure. All it did was piss off the Angelus, and when she's pissed, she does like to burn things. Still, there's dark magic in here. Magic best hidden from certain people. And turning it into a impossibly ridiculous foreskin holder was a good way to do that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go scrub my memory with bleach and steel wool. Okay, Jackie, time for a quick history lesson. Buddhism was founded by Siddhartha Gautama. I don't even know if that's the right pronunciation, just go with it. Siddhartha led an extraordinary life, but for our purposes, his death is what's important. History says Siddhartha announced his imminent death at the age of 80. Immediately after making this announcement, he ate his last meal. It was an offering made by a blacksmith. Siddhartha then became ill and died. Obviously, there was more to it, but I'm not here to teach religion 101. Those are the main points. Before dying, Siddhartha made sure his followers knew that the blacksmith had nothing to do with his death, because, from all accounts, Siddhartha was a pretty stand-up guy. Unfortunately, he was way off on this one. The blacksmith totally poisoned him, and that's not all. He also gave Siddhartha water from his pitcher. This pitcher, as you can guess, this is no normal pitcher. This pitcher works like a soul pump. Drinking out of it creates a mystical vacuum inside the jar. Stop drinking, and your soul is whooshed into the clay, where it remains until the magic is broken. The magic on this relic is unbelievably strong. It's held for over 2,000 years. Okay, Jackie, time for a quick history lesson. Buddhism was founded by Siddhartha Gautama. I don't even know if that's the right pronunciation, just go with it. Siddhartha led an extraordinary life, but for our purposes, his death is what's important. History says Siddhartha announced his imminent death at the age of 80. Immediately after making this announcement, he ate his last meal. It was an offering made by a blacksmith. Siddhartha then became ill and died. Obviously, there was more to it, but I'm not here to teach religion 101. Those are the main points. Before dying, Siddhartha made sure his followers knew that the blacksmith had nothing to do with his death, because, from all accounts, Siddhartha was a pretty stand-up guy. Unfortunately, he was way off on this one. The blacksmith totally poisoned him, and that's not all. He also gave Siddhartha water from his pitcher. This pitcher, as you can guess, this is no normal pitcher. This pitcher works like a soul pump. Drinking out of it creates a mystical vacuum inside the jar. Stop drinking, and your soul is whooshed into the clay, where it remains until the magic is broken. The magic on this relic is unbelievably strong. It's held for over 2,000 years. And that's why this relic has earned the name Siddhartha's Tears, because Siddhartha is still trapped inside. Who'd do such a thing to such a nice guy like Siddhartha? I think you already know. The darkness is the enemy of peace and unity. Its wrath is not always violent, but it is cold and unyielding, just like Siddhartha's tears. Or the Red Sox. I hope you're not in a good mood, because if you are, I promise this is gonna shit all over it. This is the Lantern of St. Anthony, possibly the most misidentified item ever created. I hope you're not in a good mood, because if you are, I promise this is gonna shit all over it. This is the Lantern of St. Anthony, possibly the most misidentified item ever created. I don't mean people look at this lamp and say, that is a very luminescent club sandwich. What I mean is, most people see this lantern as a symbol of hope, but really, it's a symbol of soul-crushing despair. Now, the outer casing is only 80 years old, but the light inside the lantern goes back, about 1,000 years. In her war against the darkness, the Angelus sought an ever-burning light. She gathered the souls of 100 children butchered by the darkness, and bound them within a glass sphere. This combined lightness of being produced a blindingly powerful light, but only when the dead children felt like it. Turns out kids are fickle little bitches. The Angelus abandoned the sphere, totally apathetic towards the children still trapped inside. The sphere remained lost for quite some time until it was discovered by St. Anthony, the patron saint of lost things. Go figure! Anthony fastened it onto a lantern, believing it to be a gift from God. He was convinced the light would guide a traveler home, but usually it just led them over a cliff or into a bog. So yeah, St. Anthony used this lantern to unknowingly kill hundreds of innocent travelers, all because the Angelus thought the imprisoned souls of murdered children would make a cool weapon. Yay! I hope you're not in a good mood, because if you are, I promise this is gonna shit all over it. This is the Lantern of St. Anthony, possibly the most misidentified item ever created. I don't mean people look at this lamp and say, that is a very luminescent club sandwich. What I mean is, most people see this lantern as a symbol of hope, but really, it's a symbol of soul-crushing despair. Now, the outer casing is only 80 years old, but the light inside the lantern goes back, about 1,000 years. In her war against the darkness, the Angelus sought an ever-burning light. She gathered the souls of 100 children butchered by the darkness, and bound them within a glass sphere. This combined lightness of being produced a blindingly powerful light, but only when the dead children felt like it. Turns out kids are fickle little bitches. The Angelus Angelus abandoned the sphere, totally apathetic towards the children still trapped inside. The sphere remained lost for quite some time until it was discovered by St. Anthony, the patron saint of lost things. Go figure. Anthony fastened it onto a lantern, believing it to be a gift from God. He was convinced the light would guide a traveler home, but usually it just led them over a cliff or into a bog. So yeah, St. Anthony used this lantern to unknowingly kill hundreds of innocent travelers, all because the Angelus thought the imprisoned souls of murdered children would make a cool weapon. Yay! Jackie, let me introduce you to Enoch. Great-great-great-great-grandson of Adam, great-grandfather to Noah, and the only guy who knows how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. I'm sure he'd say hi, but as you can see, he's dead. Enoch's a special guy. If not for him, we'd only know a teeny-tiny little smidgen of what we do about heaven, hell, and all those weebly-wobbly bits in between. How do you learn all this stuff? Well, if you read the Bible, it says that Enoch walked with God. What does that mean? Fuck if I know. I don't know. The Bible doesn't say. It just says, poof, no more Enoch. Next verse. This is why I don't read the Bible. I do, however, read the secret histories. And it's there that we learn Enoch actually ascended to heaven, where he apparently took some night classes, because the next time we see him, he's back on Earth, busy being the world's foremost expert on all things occult and supernatural. Do you know how many other people have been invited to heaven just for a visit? Zero! Seriously, they loved him up there. So much, in fact, that upon his death, a heavenly host descended from the clouds simply to inscribe his skull with the language of angels. That's the markings you see. No one has ever been able to decipher them. But when the skull is placed in absolute darkness, the markings emit faint singing noise, which is kind of a cool thing. You know, this isn't the first time the Brotherhood has tried to take the darkness. Yeah, things look bleak right now, but believe it or not, they've done worse. A lot worse. It was a long time ago. So far back, no one knew the Brotherhood even existed. They'd been around, but necessity required they keep a low profile. See, they were watching the darkness, studying it, learning what made it tick. They already knew enough not to fuck with the darkness. So if they were going to move against it, they needed to be totally confident in their knowledge. I have to give them credit. The Brotherhood knew what they were doing. They accurately predicted who the next host would be. Swapping children at birth, they raised the host as one of their own. Then, when he came of age, they chained him to a table and tortured him to death. This is the blinding sun. One of these was inserted into each of his eye sockets, gouging out each eye in the process. Each device was then slowly expanded until it shattered his forehead and cheekbones. This was the first of 12 tortures. The darkness didn't manifest itself until the 4th. That means it took 2 more of these unspeakable acts before the Brotherhood to be certain they had the right guy. That doubt didn't even slow them down. These are bad people, Jackie, and they have it in them to be a whole lot worse. Think back to your high school history class. Wait, did you even go to high school? You know what, forget it. I don't want to argue, nor do I want you to punch me in the face. So I'll just catch you up to speed on some stuff I'm sure you already know. The lost colony of Roanoke was a British colony off the coast of what we now call North Carolina. As the name implies, it disappeared. Okay, the colony, not the island. 115 people, whoosh, gone. Okay, goodbye. To this day, no one knows what happened to them. Well, no one except for me and every other supernatural junkie on the planet. See, the darkness was first carried to North America by one of the colonists, and where the darkness goes, its enemies follow. One of those enemies, the Angelus, came to a nearby tribe of Croatoan natives. Influenced by the Angelus, a Croatoan mate slipped into the colony under cloak of night and massacred the colonists in their sleep. This is the weapon she used, Roanoke's Bane. But the Angelus had been mistaken. The darkness was not in Roanoke, as it was being carried by the colony's leader, John White. John was back in England, procuring more supplies. When he returned to find Roanoke deserted, the darkness knew the Angelus had been there. Unfortunately for the Croatoans, the Angelus had already moved on. They were defenseless when the darkness fell upon them, much like the colonists had been. Fair's fair, I suppose.
Though the Marquis commanders had ordered Grayson not to destroy the Bond facility, Grayson knew all along that he would not obey. His time in solitary confinement, the death of his brother, his weeks on death row, all of this had made him bitter towards any military authority, even the Marquis. Destroying the Chimera was all that mattered to Grayson.
Approaching a large cave. The tubes are enclosed. I won't be able to breathe. Oh, God!
That's where I am. Move your arms. Do something so I can see you. Where are you? I found you. I'm right above you. Find an air pocket. Stay alive. Oh, God damn it, no! Don't worry. I'm getting you out of there. Ugh! Oh, come on! Oh, Jesus, no! Not again! Rain!